I'd like to call to order the Tuesday, November 21st, 2023 Brooklyn City Board of Education regular meeting. Mr. Scherer, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Hasrouni.
Here.
Ms. Krall.
Here.
Mr. Slattery.
Here.
Mrs. Bartczak.
Here.
Mr. Neale.
Here. Everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next is going to be comments from visitors. In order for the board to fulfill its obligation to complete the planned agenda in an effective and efficient fashion, a maximum of 30 minutes of public participation as it pertains to the school-related topics will be permitted at each meeting. Second, each person wishing to address the board will approach the podium and state his/her name and address. If several people wish to speak, each person will be allotted 3 minutes until the total time 30 minutes is used. During that period, no person may speak twice until all who desire to speak have had an opportunity to do so. The period of public participation may be extended by a vote of the majority of the board. Anybody? All right, we're going to go on to Mr. Mosley. How are you? We're going to go on to the superintendent's report. And I want to turn it over to Dr. Caleres.
Good evening, Mr. Neale, Board of Education. At this time, I'd like to turn over my time to Mr. Bollin. One of the things we've been working on this year with part of our strategic planning is attendance initiatives, and really taking a hard look at our attendance and how can we improve that data from the district perspective. And so Mr. Bollin's here to talk a little bit about some of the great things going on at the pre-K through 7 building.
All right, so focus of today is to, or this evening is to celebrate some of our families that have perfect attendance this year. And then also to talk about our collaboration with the Cleveland Browns and their Stay in the Game attendance program. So we've been working on that this year. We're really excited about it. Got a lot of things going on, great with it. So in short, it's an attendance-based initiative, and it fits in perfectly with our strategic plan, particularly Pillar 1, which is academic achievement and growth, and Pillar 2, which is social and emotional wellness. So our Stay in the Game partnership, when we started to connect with them as a district initiative, we really, they kind of provide a lot of a kind of a framework to help us kind of move forward with some of our ideas and our plans that we like to put together to get students in school and keep them in the school. So there's a digital playbook that they developed that we use to make Fit Brooklyn. They give us a number of campaign materials. I'm sure as you walk around both the high school and Brooklyn School, you'll see the Browns Stay in the Game posters and signs and displays that we have throughout the buildings. They provided T-shirts, yard signs, which we'll give these families a yard sign tonight. We have signed footballs. We've had a couple of appearances from mascots, including an appearance that we'll talk about from Grant Delpit, the hopefully all-pro safety for the Browns this year. So a lot of great things, a lot of fun, and a lot of excitement has been built for our student body and our staff. So the goal of the partnership, in short, we can't teach them if they're not here. So we really want to be more personalized in how we work with our families to get those students in the building. So we want to increase that student attendance. Once we get them here, then we can continue to improve and increase our student achievement, but then we can also increase our students' social and emotional wellness. But again, we got to get them here in order for us to make that happen. I think we made the commitment both at Brooklyn School and the high school that our students are our names. They're worth the effort that we're putting in to personalize to get them into our building. So we're providing incentives to keep our students engaged while they're here, right? If school is enjoyable for them, if school is meaningful for them while they're here, it's much easier to get them back the next day. Continue to strengthen our connection to our families and our community. We want to build that relationship and make it as strong as it's ever been by providing opportunities such as we had today, for our families to be in the building, participating in what we're doing, not just in our building, watching what we're doing. Providing, again, that partnership so we can be more deep, so parents can be more deeply involved. And as I said before, just like we do with our academic data, we want to put a name on this data. We don't want to talk over and over again about our percentages. We want to make sure we're identifying who those students are, what those families need, and then how we work with those families to help get those students to school. As we started to make phone calls throughout the year to find out what are some of those barriers for attendance, then we're really able to kind of educate parents and help them realize the importance, but then help them, whether it's carpooling with someone else in their apartment complex, carpooling with someone else in their neighborhood, walking home with a group of students who are going to the same street. Once we've been able to help connect parents in those ways, we've really started to see a change in how much those students are able to attend school and break down some of those barriers. So we're going to start with our September incentives. My man Caleb was our first. He was the kickoff kid versus the Titans, meaning when that kickoff went off, he got to run on the field, grab the tee on the field during a Browns football game, and then run off the field. I told him I wouldn't make him give a speech, but he and I have had a number of conversations about his experience, and he was gleaming. He said from the time he got there, they greeted him and his mother, walked him down around the stadium. They were actually on the field next to Browns players for kickoff. And as you see here on the big screen, after he picked it up, he's out there getting a big applause, and I actually got a number of texts during that game. Oh my God, Brooklyn scores, Caleb, that's one of your kids. So that was really exciting. But Caleb was our first because Caleb was drawn from a list of students who not only had perfect attendance to that point this year, but also had perfect attendance for last year. And I don't think we realize what a difficult chore that is to be to school every day, on time, ready to learn, and repeating that throughout the school year. So Caleb, that was big time, buddy. We're really proud of you and seeing you participate in that. So continuing with that, obviously that was a Browns win, probably the most lopsided win the Browns had this year. And then later, in September, we had a group of students who had perfect attendance that got to go to the San Francisco 49ers game, which we know that was a game we weren't supposed to win. What a great experience for our parents. We were just talking to a couple of them before. So we had Arati Munger, Theodore Mancini, Fiona Wilhelmi is here. She went with her father. Aubrey Robinson couldn't make it tonight, and Bonnie Antoine is here with his mother. They got to experience going to that San Francisco 49ers. Again, talking with these parents, they get it. They understand the importance of having their students in school. And I can tell you from what I know from these students, they're excellent students. And so having them here every day definitely contributes to that. So great job, you guys. So some other incentives that we had Attendance Awareness Month was in September, and each week we had a different activity that students participated in. My favorite was week 1 was At 10 Dance. I don't know if you follow us on Twitter, but at 10 o'clock, we ratchet up the music on the overhead, and the students at 10 o'clock, they get up and they dance for 30 seconds or so in their classrooms, and they were getting down. I'll show you a little. So here's one of our classes that was getting their boogie on that day. But we had, throughout the week, we had students in all of our age groups. Teachers were submitting their videos, either posting them online or sending them to me, and I would post them. And at the end of the week, we put all the teachers that had submitted videos in a pot, drew them out, and Mrs. Cannon's class is the team that won. They all got T-shirts. We took a picture. They were super excited. And we might have to figure out a way to do this again because I'm still getting questions from students and teachers. When are we going to get to dance again? I said, all right, we'll come up with some way to get you guys dancing again. And then we had Mr. Delpit came in and spent some time with our 3rd grade students.
We're at Brooklyn Elementary. We came in for a back-to-school drive and to give the kids some school materials. What color backpack do you want? We also had a little gym takeover, have them do a couple drills. was good to come out here with the Stay in the Game initiative and let them know just to stay in school, keep doing their thing.
He's too strong, man. You about to knock the thing over.
Having Grant here today was huge. It's huge for our community. It's obviously huge for our students. And we're starting to see the impact of students wanting to be in school and wanting to be a part of this partnership and what we have going on with the Browns. So I'm super excited about it.
I'm gonna go hard this time.
My mom definitely took pride in me, well, my parents and me going to school. They instilled that in me when I was a kid. And they did a great job with me, so I'm just trying to tell them the same thing.
So the quick story, the young man that Grant intercepted the ball with, the first time they went one-on-one, he beat Grant. And then he started talking noise saying, "You ain't nothing, Grant, I got you." So the next time they go, Grant kind of a little harder, and he wins again. Well, this time he spikes it and told him to go back to where he came from and bring it. Well, the third time, as you can see, Grant was like, "I guess I can't let this kid keep beating me like this." So he got back in his face. But, so some of our other incentives, we have 10 students that will win, that attend based on their attendance for October and November, have a chance to win a ticket to the Jaguars game coming up on December 10th. We've had, I know the high school's had a couple of, including this past Steelers game, they've had some students attend some Browns games as well. We have additional students that have won other prizes for attendance, more short-term prizes, but backpacks, posters, pencils, all kinds of knickknacks that the Browns have given us that those students have won. And then we'll continue to give out more prizes as we go, as our students are starting to catch on that they have a chance to win something. They're starting to get excited about it. So with this, for us, we've really taken a close look at our data and tried to find ways to gauge, is this working? And are we getting students into school, and are we increasing the attendance? This is our attendance by grade level. We track who has the highest by grade level, and we shoot them some love and praise those classes and those students. But for each of our grade levels here, you can see we have some classes as high as 98, well over 98% of their students have come to school, right? Again, a big deal, but I think a lot of that has to do with this has been pushed by our staff as well, right? Because they know those students, they're able to dig in and find out why our students are not making it to school, communicating with us, and we do what we have to do to really work with those families and try to get them here. Here's some comparisons. We have an attendance absence intervention plan. And so after a student has missed a certain amount of time from school, we have to get with the families by law, and then we create a plan for those students. Well, we're trying to be pretty proactive and work with families before we ever get to this point. And so far, in a short time this year, at this point last year, we had 9 students already in that program just at Brooklyn School. So far this year, we only have 4 students in that intervention plan. But again, we know who those 4 students are, and we're still trying to work with those parents. In 2022, we had 93% overall attendance. Right now, we're at 93.6. So it seems like a small number, but when you're a district the size of us, every percentage point makes a difference. Every percentage point makes a difference for a student that we have here in our school. And that's why we work hard to put a name on that and make sure we know who our students are and why they're not here. And I think it's making a difference. So we'll continue to monitor our data. We'll continue to assist our families. We'll continue to work with our families. And hopefully we'll continue to grow and have more and more of our students at school and fewer of our students not being able to be at school. Okay? All right. And that was our presentation. Before you go, make sure you see me, because I have to give you your boards. And then last but not least, we have a t-shirt for our board members. I don't know if you want me to give you that now or later, but I do have a t-shirt for you guys as well.
Thank you. I appreciate this one. Can we get kids and families to do a quick picture real quick?
Yeah, can we come down?
Great job. Awesome.
Yeah. Just come down.
As they didn't tell you, you don't have to stay for the meeting.
Unless you really want to.
Caleb, did you think you were gonna trip when you went to get that tea?
Yes, that's all he kept thinking about the entire time we're standing there about to go down. He's like, what if I fall?
Then you just tuck and roll, make it
That's
look like
right.
you did it
Roll
on
and keep
purpose.
going.
Yeah.
I'll just come down right here, everybody.
Tell everybody that's your ninja.
Congratulations, good job.
Mr. Bollin, you get there, Mr. DeAngelis, can you get in there? Right here. Want to sign with me?
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Make sure they see me, Give them down.
Mr. Bollin, you're in the back, there you go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you, guys.
Kelly, I
Thank you.
really don't think you're tall enough, really. She's bending over, like, you're not photobombing from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna pass it now.
Mr. Neale, just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, great break, and that's my report.
Got it. All right.
Good job.
Thank you again. Good job.
Here's the readers.
Buddy.
Okay, those are my glasses.
Yeah. We'll let them clear up a little bit.
Are you sure?
Sorry.
Hey, she could have said Pittsburgh.
Thank you again, good job, congratulations. We're gonna go on to Mr. Bollin, thank you, it was a wonderful presentation, keep up the good work. Appreciate it. We're gonna go on to Mr. Shearer, Treasurer.
For my report, I was just gonna talk about the October numbers. At this point, we have received 50% of our revenue for the year. For the month of October, we received $72,912 in interest, just in interest. To date, that's $267,212 since July 1st. Expenditures, at this point, we are 33% of our annual expenditures. I have completed the 2024 grant PCRs for the first quarter of the year, and we should be getting that money in the next couple weeks. The payroll account has been created at Dollar Bank. We will be using it the first pay in December, so looking forward to that. And the Star Ohio account has been created. I haven't moved any money over to it yet, because we're actually getting favorable rates at Dollar Bank. So I'm not sure that it would be worth moving it out of Dollar Bank over there for the difference. It's minimal. And that's all I have for my report.
God, thank you. Any questions?
I just want to make a statement. We had that little hiccup with the pay. I appreciate you jumping on that, getting that squared away really fast.
Oh,
I mean,
thank
that
you.
was, we had that experience in the past, like I said, and that treasurer went home, wasn't too bothered by it, but, I mean, you got it squared away in a hurry. So
Yeah,
thank you.
I was really worried. I spent the first hour and a half of the day trying to figure out what was going on.
We appreciate that. Anybody else? We're gonna go on to comments from board members and board committee reports. The first one's gonna be Mrs. Bartczak.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Bollin, for the wonderful presentation. It's very, yes. I know how important attendance is and how, if they're not there, they can't learn anything. So, yes, having them here is the biggest deal. But thank you so much for your presentation. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving and a safe and healthy holiday. And that's my end of my report.
Thank you, appreciate that. We're gonna go on to Mrs. Krall.
If you haven't known, Ms. Marquise has done the Brooklyn Cares adoptive family, and there's still some families on the list, and she keeps adding more. I'm also doing gathering Toys for Tots at my job, so if anybody wants to donate that donate that way instead. And then I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving, and please, always remember those that can't be home with their families. Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna go on to Mr. Slattery.
Thank you. I'm on the rec board, but for some reason, we were supposed to have a meeting last night, and they changed it to tonight at 7, so I will not be attending that, so I have no report on that. Facilities, Dr. Ted's given that report in the last couple of meetings, so we're pretty squared away there, as well as curriculum has been covered. The only thing I can say is there, along with the donating for the families, there's also a food drive in the main office. Go through your cupboards, anything you don't eat, don't use, don't need, drop it off in the office during work hours. So, other than that, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. On to Mr. Hasrouni.
Thank you, Mr. President. I've got a few things. Congrats to the 6th and 7th volleyball teams and the
boys and girls soccer teams that represented the All-Star game for Brooklyn. Congratulations to those who made the honor roll, and I know they went on an ice skating trip to the rec, so that was pretty cool. Congratulations to the perfect attendance kids that were here and all the ones that were listed. Mr. Bollin, awesome job. You guys are doing great with that. We are going to have a tree lighting ceremony on December 8th at 5 o'clock at the Pavilion at Memorial Park. It's open to everyone in the city. So 5 o'clock, Friday, December 8th, we're going to have our first annual tree lighting ceremony. We'll see how that goes, and hopefully we can continue that every year. We're going to have St. Bridget's choir is going to be there to help out with that. And let's see here. And then congratulations to Jaden Walls. She is on the all-tournament team at Bowling Green. She's a Brooklyn alum, so I wanted to reach out to them and say congratulations. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and God bless you guys.
Thank you. I would just like to open up with happy Thanksgiving to everyone as well, too. But I'm just going to read a little note that from Polaris. That's, as we know, that's one of my committees, the one where you eat a lot. No. This is a letter from their superintendent to their staff. This is dated 2 weeks ago. This morning, Governor Mike DeWine announced the recipients of a career technical construction grant. We are thrilled to be one of the 35 projects that have been approved. Our application focuses on adding 3 programs to the facility, which will be engineering, robotics, and automation, hence our new ERA. We are awarded over $11 million for this project and will begin planning stages immediately. The addition to the building will extend to the current hallway between the cosmetology adult education offices it will be roughly 20,000 square feet. Very exciting times for Polaris as we complete this program renovation. And also, I was just there last week for a tour, and the pre-veterinary program's just about ready to roll. Begin the bidding of the adult education practical nursing program, and now we'll be expanding our footprint to accommodate even more students at the ERA. He wanted to thank Bill Evans, who's the high school principal, and Doug Miller, who's their social and marketing manager for all that stuff. I think what we need to do is put a board meeting together out there and tour that place. If you have not gone through the whole thing, it's well worth the tour. And see if we can get as many people from Brooklyn that want to come out there as well, too. I don't see why we can't. So that is the end of my report, but I just want to make people aware that Polaris is a good place, Brooklyn's a beautiful city, and we're going to go on to approval of the minutes and financial statements. And our reader tonight is Mrs. Bartczak.
Thank you, Mr. President. Result of the minutes of the Board of Education meetings be adopted and all action taken by the Board of Education at said meeting is hereby reaffirmed and approved.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Sherrock, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Result that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the financial statement of receipts and expenditures for the month of September and October 2023, including all purchase orders paid and all then and now statements for the month as submitted.
As noted, can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? I'll second it. Questions, comments? Mr. Sherrock, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mrs. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes. Result that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby commends the students listed in the attachment for their academic and co-curricular achievement, athletic honors, and band honors.
Can I have a
As
motion?
noted.
Oh, please. Can I have a motion,
Unless you would like me
please?
to read every name.
So moved.
No. Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Congratulations, good job. There were quite a few of them. No, you're not reading them all. Mr. Sherrock, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Result that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the agreement as attached, PSI, with providing a trained professional facilitator to provide behavior management program for St. Thomas More students, copy on file in Treasurer's Office.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? I'll second it. Questions, comments?
This is with non-public grant funds, so it's just, we have to be the facilitator of the contract.
I read that. Anybody else? Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the HVAC maintenance agreement with Gardiner Engineering as attached. Agreement on file in central office.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? I'll second it. Questions, comments?
So this is the actual, the abatement work that will happen over spring break. I made an announcement or notified you in the last board update, we're gonna be extending spring break by 1 day. So to give the contractors and Mr. Neale that extra day, just in case we need it. We don't want kids and staff in the building to complete that abatement, so that would be that additional day.
Right. There's no trick or treating.
Yeah. So I'll be announcing that to the families prior to winter break, but we'll be returning on Tuesday, the 9th of April from spring break, okay? But this is the actual work that's gonna happen.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm sure the kids will be crushed.
Mr. Sheriff, Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll?
Non-eclipse
Slattery.
related,
Yeah.
for the record. Non-eclipse related.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education approves the following student trips for the 2023-2024 school year. Sixth grade day trip to Henry Ford Museum in Greenfield Village on May 23rd, 2024, and the eighth grade overnight trip to Washington DC, May 28th through the 30th, 2024.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the attachment agreement with Pioneer Environment Services, Inc. for abatement services for the Brooklyn High School for the restroom renovation project paid through ESSER 3 funds. Agreement on file in the central office.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? I'll second it. Questions, comments? The ESSER funds have to be spent down by September of 2024, correct?
We do, yeah, and then we're hoping to, talking to AVG, and I'll update the board on the 5th of December, but looking to go to bid on the restroom renovation project come the new calendar year with abatement happening in spring break, and then actual demolition construction happening right when the high school gets out through when we get back for 24-25 school year, so it'll go quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the reclassification of the following classified personnel for the 2023-2024 school year, contingent upon successful completion of background check and credentials as noted.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Got a second, no, go ahead.
Second.
Questions, comments?
Just clarification, we're only reclassifying one employee, Sandra, Colleen, and Rihanna are new hires, so I'll make that modification on the resolution. Yeah.
Please do so, thank you. Anybody else? Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following classified resignation. Melissa Bundy, classroom assistant, effective November 14th, 2023.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following classified resignation as noted.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? Questions, comments? I'll second it. Then we have questions, comments. Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following persons for the 2023-2024 school school year supplemental assignment with the provisions that such individuals comply with all rules and regulations and State Department of Education regulations pertinent to proper certification and fulfills the requirements of the job description attached to their supplemental contracts, as noted.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? Questions, comments? Mr. Sherrock, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Resignation?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following persons for the 2023-2024 school year. Supplemental assignments with provision that such individuals comply with all Ohio High School Athletic Association rules and regulations and State Department of Education regulations pertinent to proper certification and/or first aid training and fulfills the requirements of the job description attached to their supplemental contracts, as noted.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? I'll second it. Questions, comments? Mr. Sherrock, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Resignation?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following winter athletic event worker for the 2023-2024 school year contingent upon satisfactory completion of all credentials and background checks as noted.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Sherrock, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education, in accordance with ORC 3313.26, gratefully accepts the following donation. Donation of $5,158 from Deborah G. Tomusco Trust for the Deborah G. Tomusco Scholarship Fund, and donation of a pre-owned trumpet, estimated value $150, an additional instrument for the band.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? I'll second it. Questions, comments?
Thank you for the
Thank
donations.
you for the donations. Anybody else? Mr. Sherrock, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the November 2023 five-year forecast.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second? Questions, comments? We all reviewed this. I did. You did. Did Kelly, you get it or I get it? You did. I just did.
Kelly second.
Kelly, hey, I'm too busy chatting. Any comments on it? We did review it over the 7th meeting. It looked pretty favorable, so keep it going forward.
Okay.
Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll?
Mr. Slattery?
Yes.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves holding the 2024 Brooklyn Board of Education organizational meeting on January 2nd, 2024, in the Treasurer's Conference Room at 6 p.m.
Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
I won't be there.
Anybody else?
I had to think about that for a second. I was like, where are you going?
Anybody else? Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll? I'm throwing
Mr.
you
Slattery?
off here.
Yes, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Ms. Krall?
Yes.
Mr. Hasrouni?
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak?
Yes.
Mr. Neale?
Yes.
Do I do this one or do you, Rob?
You could do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Okay, motion to appoint a President Pro Tem to preside over the 2024 Brooklyn Board of Education organizational meeting. Nominations,
Motion to appoint the President Pro Tem to preside over the 2024
you
organization.
guys gotta say a nomination.
Someone-
I'll nominate Rocky to do it. I mean,
I second that one.
like I said, I'm not gonna be here, so
All right.
I'll read about it.
Anyone else? You put me in there. Nominate Rob.
So, yes.
Anybody else?
Nominations.
Nomination are closed.
Okay,
All right.
Now we approve
okay.
it. Yes.
So then, motion
Now-
to appoint the President Pro Tem to preside over the 2024 Brooklyn Board of Education organizational meeting, Rocky Neale.
Thank you. Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll?
We need a motion. Second.
I'm sorry. I didn't mark my little note here. Have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
And I'll go to questions, comments. Mr. Sheriff, can you call the roll?
Mr. Slattery.
Yes. I was gonna vote no, just to throw it out.
Mr. Hasrouni.
You shut up.
Ms. Krall.
Yes.
Mrs. Bartczak.
Yes.
Mr. Neale.
Yeah. All right. Got any other business? Anybody? Happy Thanksgiving to everyone and your families. Announcement of the next meeting of the Board of Education is going to be, hold on a second. Tuesday, December 5th, 2023, Treasurer's Office Conference Room, 9200 Biddulph at 6 PM. Can I have a motion for adjournment, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm gonna surprise Michelle.